Hey, what's good? It's been almost 3 weeks since Monsanto was released, and I've been enjoying it so far. I'm close to HR 100 now. With that in mind, I can confidently draw a conclusion that this game is a dumbed down version of Monster Hunter, even more than what World was. But after some considerations, I can't help but think that some of the things in this game are contradictory to that statement. Maybe you won't agree with me, but I'm just trying to share what I'm thinking. So, yeah, let's dig in. We knew that this game was adjusted in such a way to hook new players into the game, and you can say that they succeeded in doing that, backed by the fact that this game sold 8 million copies in just 3 days. And that number can only go up. The most major thing they adjusted and changed in the game is, of course, the hunting part. It's in the title of the game. What do you expect? As we all know, hunting in this game consists of tracking the monster down, fight and slay or capture them, carve the materials, and create armors and weapons from it. It is a loop, a formula that has been in the game since forever, and they simplified it all in this game. Tracking down monsters is now just as easy as marking them on the map, hop on your secret, and let your ride take you to the monster. Automatically, no need to control it manually. For combat, I'm gonna leave this up to y'all to judge by yourself. Personally, I haven't met something that becomes a wall and stops me, even when I'm already way past high rank. Getting the materials from the monsters is also easier. A lot easier, in fact. You get materials from destroying wounds. Not to mention, you also get to see the bonus rewards from the monsters that appears on your map, and it often generously shows you rare materials. Oh, and you can also just end the quest immediately now after completing it, which is nice in my opinion. That's some examples of the things that got simplified in the game. There are obviously more, but I'm not going to dive deeper into that. As I've said in the beginning, this is a dumbed down game. Even the dev team made it clear that they intentionally did that to pull in more newcomers to the series. But there are things that does not reflect that. Let's talk about the UI first. Short for user interface, in case you didn't know. To me, the UI, especially the start menu, feels a little bit awkward. I'm not saying that it's bad, but I can't say that it's better compared to previous titles either. Maybe I'm just still not used to it yet. I mean, yeah, we got the sub menu and all, but it does so little that I just forget it exists. Navigating to find things like the member list or the signal is awfully awkward. We used to have shortcut for these two particular things, and for a good reason too. We, or maybe I should just say, I personally, often see the members list. To check up on my friends or others' equipment, so maybe I can find some cool builds and shit. Or maybe I just want to see whoever is inside the lobby. And it was as easy as opening the start menu and pressing triangle, which now opens the sub menu instead. I mean, it's fine if you want to use the triangle button as a sub menu button, but couldn't you just, use another button for the shortcut to the member list? I'm just spouting shit, but I think it's reasonable to ask. Not to mention the signal. I personally call it ping because, it pings my location, but yeah, that's just me and my boys. Using the signal was as simple as pressing start, then square. But now, You have to navigate through the start menu to even trigger the signal. How convenient. Like, why are you removing the shortcut to do the signal? I can still understand that the dev team used the triangle for submenu instead of member list, but the square? You're not even designating anything to the square button. Did you forget to assign something to it or what? I mean, yeah, of course, you can add signal to the radial and shit, but start in square is also simple and quick. Signal is a useful tool to call your Palico, and now to call Alma too. And of course, to let your party know where your position is. So damn simple. Yet they decided to remove that shortcut. Questionable. The Hunter's Note is now also gone. Well, not entirely. It was just changed a little and its content is now separated. You can now find all the information about the environment in the Monster Field Guide menu. For the quote-unquote how to play notes, you can find it in the Play Guide menu. I mean, this is minor and I actually don't really mind about this, but the Hunter's Note just felt more compact and simpler. I like the Hunter's Note more because it just adds more immersion into the game. It was like your own notebook containing information about everything you need to know. I know that it belonged to others before becoming yours, and you technically just stumbled upon it inside the tent when you first arrived at the New World. But you got my point. And while we're at it, the tent. The tent is good and all. It has all necessary things you need to prepare before your hunt. Preparing your items, crafting it, changing your equipment, your weapons, your Palico's equipment and weapons, and all sort of other stuff. It has all the function of the item box, with an addition of the menu to cook meal and posting quests. But I think some things are best left separate, like the posting quest menu, for example. I don't think most of you know that this exists inside your own tent at all. I mean, Alma is also always outside of the tent anyway, and even follows you everywhere if you go on an expedition. So why bother posting it from inside the tent? I think it'd be better to have the old school quest boards rather than this. Lastly, managing the item bar also felt awkward. I liked it better in World. Well, maybe it's a matter of familiarity, but nah, I don't think that's it. See this? This is how it was in World. The item you chose pops up. Now look at this. This is how it is in Wilds. I know there are stacks and shit, but still, it feels more like a downgrade to me. I know that this is more of a personal preference, and I'm just trying to voice my preference. Well, actually, I got one more thing to say. And I know that this is off topic, but you fucking cook inside the tent? With a flaming camping stove? I know it's a camping stove intended to use for a camping purpose, which usually involves tent. But the design of the stove that we all, as hunter, use is for outdoor purpose. You're trying to burn the tent down or what? At least don't use an outdoor stove inside. Use an indoor one. Silly. Well, jokes aside, to be honest, at this point, it's kinda funny. They dumped down the hunting part of Monster Hunter. Tracking is basically autopilot and rewards are practically handed to you. Yet somehow, they managed to make things like the menus feels more awkward. Remove useful shortcuts and overcomplicate things that were once simple. It's like they focused so much on making the game more accessible that they forgot about basic convenience. You'd think a streamlined experience means smoother gameplay all around, but nah. Somehow they made the rest of the game feel clunkier. And I get it, some things change. But when the new way just feels worse than the old one, what's the point? Yeah, but at the end of the day, this is still a fun game. I just can't help but feel like they went too far in one direction and somehow tripped over themselves in the process. What do y'all think? Is this game got dumbed down too much? Are you having the same complaints as me? Or are you satisfied with this game? Wherever you stand, leave a comment and share your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe also. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, remember to stay away from poaching and hunt within regulations. Peace.